Hi, this is Lisa Hazard with We're All Psychic. My goodness, what a full moon, or I'm sorry, I did it again. What a new moon that was for several of us. Anyway, I was thinking when I was younger or on and off, I kind of an on and off writer. I'll go through phases where I write all the time, everything, and I would make notes. Right now, I'm not in one of those phases. So I've been thinking about the podcast, and I was thinking about something specifically. I was like, if I were writing, I would sit down and write it. So actually, I'm going to sit down and talk it out with you, the listeners. And anyway, I was thinking about how she said something like along the lines of she and her mother were she was talking about progressing. And she had mentioned something like that before, like getting higher up with their abilities, or I can't remember how she would put it, but it always sounded like a leveling process, kind of like a game. And I was like, like, how do you measure this? So where are we? Where are we and where are we going with this stuff? I guess my opinion is that it's more about like a craft or like an ability or a skill that's innate, or if you're a musician, maybe you have a natural proclivity to it and you just understand, or maybe you can hear pitch perfectly and you don't have any interest in music, but maybe later in life you do. And maybe you don't have a pitch for music and you get into music and you have to learn. Maybe it's harder for you, but it's just something that we can all do, is how I think of it. So in a way, I guess the leveling process could be cool. Level one, level two. I have heard, psychics I really depend on still, that I touch base with here and there, that I ask for readings. I've heard that term before, like you're going up levels or someone, stuff like that. So I think that's some people somewhere do express it that way. So that's interesting to me. I feel like it's more of a just where you're going and where you are compared. It's hard to compare yourself to someone else's progress. If you want to look at it as progress, it's more of a personal, for me anyway, it's more of a personal exploration of what's out there. Where am I going? And looking around and observing and trying to find something really cool about the moment, or something to look forward to. And that's hard to do. And a lot of times that's how some of the magic works, or some of the abilities or juju works. Instead of looking behind me at everything that was there, and luckily I'm losing my memory. Not really badly, but it's a surgical menopause thing. It should come back someday. Um, they work because we expect them to, coming back to that, in a way, if we imagine forward, if we're always looking forward instead of what's behind and how that influences us, don't think about it, or don't put it before what you can see ahead of you, or what's influencing you right now. Don't let it in front of what's in front of you. If that makes sense. Don't let right now get in the way. It's supposed to live in the moment, yes, but you don't have to be in the past at all, unless you need it. And in that, well, you have to remember names and stuff, of course. You know what I'm talking about. I'm being silly. But live in the moment, but don't let anything definitely influence you, but realize you do have a future and you can look that way. And where you look toward that future, you might see it differently, or you might see real specifically. You might see all kinds of things differently, and look at right now as an expectation for what might happen. And if you start to expect stuff, it'll happen. So that's the advice for that particular blanket thought on the other thought. So what do you guys think? I mean, who have you heard things before for what people who are learning these kinds of abilities and skills and talents? What do they tell you it feels like? What does it feel like? Is it like leveling up? Is it like you get better? Is it like you learn more, or you become something somehow different? Because that's kind of what I feel. It's like I'm changing. I just changed. Just a different direction. It's just a different talent. Change this and this. It does affect my personality, but I think it did a lot more when I was younger. It's hard to explain, but I would love to hear what other people call this stuff. So on the forum, I'm going to hopefully this week put up a couple sections. I'm going to put up a section for making a possible user, everyone who wants to contribute, make some kind of dictionary. You can have fun with it. for, words that we need. And also another one for stuff that comes up in the podcast like this. I'd like to know what you guys think of that and what you consider as your measuring tool if you need one or if you want one. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.